Hi everyone, welcome for joining me today. Today's dish is going to be the Italian spaghetti sauce, pasta sauce, okay? And these are the ingredients that you will need to make this dish. Chuck, sausages, either Italian sausages, either sweet or hot, okay? Or mild. I got the sweet, and ground beef, okay? Beef stock, okay. Usually with this Italian Italian sauce, they usually use Merlot, but I'm not going to be using any kind of wine. So to substitute that, this is the only thing that I'm basically changing from the Italian's original recipe with this, is just the stock, the beef stock, and of course lots of salt and pepper, and olive oil, onions, a sliced onion, okay, and puree sauce, okay. I have got mine with basil. They add basil in theirs, but I found the puree that has basil already in there, okay. And the bow ties. This is what I'm going to fix my pasta is. I'm going to fix with the bow ties, okay? And that won't come until later. So for right now, I've already put the olive oil in my pot, and I'm going to cook the sausages, the beef, the chuck beef, and the hamburger separately. Okay, and then I'm going to, as I'm cooking them, I'm going to remove them and then add the other. So that way later on I can add everything back in the pot and cook it all together. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with the hamburger. And you add the olive oil in your pot, get a little hot. And don't forget, every time that you add your meat, add your seasoning, your salt and pepper. So I'm going to add mine. I put my salt and pepper in an empty bottle that I had with one of my other seasonings. So add your salt and pepper. Just break it up some. Okay. And this sauce is going to be so delicious. I just want to share this with you guys. Yes, it's easy to go to the store and, buy spaghetti sauce and everything that's already, made for you. But it's always fun that you can be able to make your own. Because if you have any left over, you can always put it in containers and store it in the freezer, and it could last quite a few months. So the hamburger is going to cook some, and then I'm going to take that out, and then I'm going to add the sausages and the chuck. Okay, everybody, just like I told you, you have to cook your meat separately. I cooked the hamburger separate, the chuck separate, and the sausage separate. Okay, now I have the onions. You let the onions a little more salt and pepper. Okay. This is going down, folks. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's going down. Okay. Now at this point, what you start to do is put everything in the pot. Because our onions have cooked to the point where you can add that one just went there. Turn that around so you can be able to see that I'm adding everything back in. that a stirring. See, I have everything in the pot, back in the pot. Now, at this point, I'm going to take my beef stock and add that on in there. Stir it around. And I'm going to bring this up to a boil. Okay? And once that starts boiling out, then I will take my puree and add it. As you can see here, the puree. And I got the tomato puree with basil. Okay, everyone, I have brought this up to a boil because I have the heat on high, okay? Now it is time to add the puree. Do not throw this out yet. You're going to put some water in there and stir it up. And just stir it around. See what I'm doing here? Just stirring it. And you're going to let this cook for 5 hours. Between 4.5 5 hours. And you're going to turn your fire down on low. And just let it cook. Now I'm going to take some water and put in these. Not much, just enough to get all the rest of that, because there. And just stir that for 5.5 hours. Take that off, put my top on here, and turn the heat down and let that cook. Okay, everybody, the sauce is all complete. Now let me show you so you can appreciate, understand why it takes 4.5 to 5 hours to cook. Look at that. Okay, it seemed like most of the meat just evaporated, but it didn't. It just nice and tenderly cooking along with the sauce, and look at how good that looks. Okay, and remember, after your sauce is done, add some more salt and pepper, because remember, I did not put no salt and pepper into these when I added the puree. Okay, because I only seasoned the meat. I did not season that. So just add the salt and pepper and you're all set. Now you will see over here, I have some Italian bread with some butter, and I have my bow tie pastas already done. So I'm going to take this, okay, and put that on top of there. Look at how good that looks. Okay, get a little bit more sauce and just add on there. It's falling all over to the bread. That's going to be delicious. Take some Parmesan cheese, add on there. Okay, and you're all set. here you have a delicious Italian homemade meal. And after, this is dessert. Some devil's food cake. If anyone would like to see a video with me making this cake, let me know. Leave it in my comment area or inbox me. Whichever is best for you, works for you. But this is what's going to be for dessert. But for right now, this is what's going to go down. And that'll be all for this episode of Cooking in the Kitchen with Tootsie. I thank you for joining me again, and I'll be talking to you real soon. Goodbye.